So I've got a family member that has recently switched car insurance. She's moving out of her parents' home. She's got her own car and she has a place that she's going to live. She's going to rent somewhere. And she's trying to figure out how insurance processes and works because the car that she just purchased has to have full coverage. Now, I can tell you that this is a similar situation that you may have been in, or I personally have been through. I can tell you that if I wasn't in insurance today, I probably still wouldn't know what to do and where to go as far as the process. We always get told that we have to find the best deal, but nobody tells us how to get that. And they never show us what coverage we need to have to protect ourselves. Agents aren't always truthful, and there's a lot of problems in the industry. People are getting screwed over left and right. And this is likely the fault of the purchasing the insurance. Leave me in the comments below how much you hate me because I said that. But okay, so we're purchasing the insurance. I'm going to show you one way that you can take your current policy and shop it, but find out all of the gaps that you have in it without committing to anything. Now, in this case, you already have to have had a policy and you're renewing or moving to a different company or even just shopping in general. You can shop anytime you want. If you're new to insurance, you need to watch the 101 of insurance first. That's going to go more in depth in the specific coverages and coverage that you need to have on your policy. The first step that you have to take is you have to find somewhere that you want to go. I don't care where you go to look for insurance. You can go to google.com and type in local insurance near me, try to find some really good reviews, call them up. That's a possibility. You could stay with the current insurance agent that you have, and if they shop around other places, you can have them reshop you with different companies. If you don't have somewhere where you're already planning on going, I'd recommend checking out the channel sponsor, which is Cover. Cover Insurance will shop up to 30 different companies for you. The link is in the description below. I'm showing a picture of what I've actually got quoted. So I got quoted $128 a month. I currently pay about $198 a month. So I'm saving almost $800 a year if I switch to this one that they offered me. The cool part is they also offered Progressive, they offered Insure Nation, Liberty Mutual. So they're not only just giving me the best deal, but they give me other options and let me choose which route is best. Pretty cool. It's invasive, so if you want to not talk to them, you don't ever have to. They'll send you a text that says, would you like to get a phone call? And if you do, you can talk to somebody. So either way, you found the place that you're going to go with and you're doing the quote. Here's the best way to go about this. Take a copy of your current insurance or take a copy of your parents' insurance. If they have really high coverage, you're likely going to need to dumb them down a little bit, but don't do anything yet. Take a copy of that. It's called a declarations page. You can usually download it from almost any insurance company at this point. If it doesn't say declarations, it might be something that's called a renewal. In that renewal, there's a page labeled declarations page. Hit Control F or however you have to search and just type in DEC and it'll usually find the spot that you need. You only need that specific page. Once you find the company that you want to talk to and work with, take a quick review, look over the coverages and see what they're offering. It might feel like you're reading a completely different language where they're talking about bodily injury and uninsured and underinsured motorists and property damage and personal injury protection and whatever your state offers. So if you don't understand that, don't worry about it. You don't have to know that in this portion. What you want to do is glance at it, make sure at least the bodily injury in most cases is more than $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident. Personally, I recommend most people do $250,000 per person, $500,000 per accident. That's the little starting point I would say to know whether you're on the right path or not. Each situation's different, so that's kind of a rough base of where to go. Take that declarations page, save it on your computer, save it on your phone, put it somewhere, print it, whatever you need to do. Check with the company. So if you're downloading Cover and you're going through Cover and you do the quote and you get the $128 a month, they usually still have to run some reports to verify some information. Go ahead and click yes and say that you want to get contacted. When you speak with the person, it might just be through text. You can send them a copy of that declarations page. What I recommend is that you ask them to review that and say you want similar coverage, but you want to make sure that there's no gaps and you're not missing anything that would be beneficial that they're going to offer. They're going to shop that around. They're going to check what company or companies that they work with, and they're going to have some information or feedback for you whether you have good coverage or not. Once that agent has shopped around and they come back with your feedback, they're going to give you that piece of advice. Remember, this doesn't cost you anything at this point. You've essentially essentially shown interest in a company. You have a legitimate reason to go with them if they can give you value, but they also are going to give you those pieces that you might be missing in your policy. So when they talk to you or they email you or whatever the form of communication that you choose is, you're going to know what the options are to go with. Agents love to explain coverage and they love to let you know what you can have and there's offers for, because they want you to be insured as much as possible without breaking the bank. That's really their job, is they're searching around and finding the deals and finding all those best things. If you're with a company like I've been with, you've got one system that is like Cover and it just shops a whole bunch of companies at once. You plug in the coverages that you want and it just moves forward. So they've done it. That's it. You've gotten the essentially package that you need to focus on. If you're going to check other places and you don't like the price that they're offering, it's time to check with someone else. But now you've got the data that you can compare with. You know what coverage that you need and want and what's going to be best for you at your current point in your life. And that's the simplest way to understand and learn insurance without having to dive in and find every little detail and be the expert in the field. Let the expert be the expert and have them show you the pieces that you need to have a base to go with. Save that for now because it can change in the future as you have houses that you buy, if you upgrade cars, if you go to full coverage or not, whatever the case is. The same way with my family member, they were able to take that information and shop it to the places they want to shop it. They're going to get the best deal because now they have an exact apples to apples comparison that they can show every single company to fight against each other. And now you can actually go for the one that has the best deal based on the coverage that you need at your current point in your life. So at this point, if you're not completely satisfied and you need to learn more about what other options are out there, you should watch the review that I did on Cover before they became my channel sponsor and show you how they actually work and why I've joined up with them to show you guys some of the best rates that you can get out there. Go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.